Hey guys, Fleet22 here with the long-awaited KX500 video. If I sound a bit tired, I do apologize. It's like freaking 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm exhausted, but I really want to get this video finished up and out. As you can see, we got the bike loaded up on the Cobra, heading over to beautiful Buskill Beach on this lovely Saturday. Oh man, it was just such good weather conditions. This is obviously being recorded in post. It's been about a week since I took it out on its first inaugural ride. And man, it really did pretty good. So I'm not going to be doing too much talking in this video. Obviously I have the introduction to do with the bike. And there'll be a couple little cuts in there, but mainly I just wanted this to be two-stroke goodness. So we're going to be getting a lot of two-stroke noise going on. The video is a bit of a longer format than what I'm used to, but again, I know what videos I like to watch on YouTube. Minimal music, more so just motorcycle sounds. You're gonna hear me, cheering and woohooing and yang in the helmet. Sorry about that. I had no idea the camera was gonna pick that up over the bike. So, just kind of try to ignore it. I get happy when I'm on motorcycles. What can I say? A couple times we almost exploded, so you may hear some screaming as well, where I'm almost ran into a lake specifically. But again, just know, D-class rider, not a super fast guy, but I rode this bike just about as hard as I could. So without further ado, let's jump to the video. Hey guys, Fleet22 here with a review of the KX500. We're out here in beautiful Buskill Beach on this Saturday afternoon with a ton of people out here. Really surprised, wasn't expecting this many people to be out here. I'm sure you can hear the machines rolling behind me. I don't have a mic set up yet, so we're just going off of the camera, or the microphone is on the camera. Either way, we're not going to have too much talking here. We're going to get right into the bike, and I'll just do some overviewing of what's actually done to the machine. Right now, we are limping along because USPS decided that it would be a good idea to lose my part that I desperately needed, being the front caliper. So, not sure if you guys can see. Yeah, we got kind of a sticky caliper going on. The hotter it gets, the worse it gets. So, we're going to try to kind of keep the speed down on the motocross track. Because the last time I did go on motocross track with this caliper, it didn't quite lock up, but it got to a point where, especially in the sand, that it was causing the front wheel to almost come to a stop whenever the front end got light. So it stopped accelerating and making the bike nearly unrideable. So I popped the piston out, as you guys saw from the last short that we did. That didn't go too well, but it did help the sticking a little bit, but obviously not to the point where we can actually comfortably ride the machine. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get out on track and see what this bike can do. Okay guys, we just got done with the first ride on our beautiful 91 KX500. Wow. I've ridden 450s almost all my life, 250s, 125s, and this really is its own experience. Front caliper did pretty good. It was cool to the touch when, after our, 10-minute loop around here, a couple fourth gear wide open pulls on the straights. Didn't want to idle at all. Forgot that I had the air mixture screw all the way in, so literally backed that out one turn. Seemed to idle really well, but it's weird. It almost seems like it's lean idling, but rich on the throttle, and then it clears out and it's just this explosion of power. Power valve sticking, maybe too small of a pilot. All I do know is that when it did clear up, it is explosive power. Of course, can't get mad at anyone else but me. I'm the one that decided to record right in the middle of Buskill Beach, so there's like a million people trying to get to different places of the park. So sorry about noise, but also, you know, can you really get mad about hearing Raptor 700 screaming everywhere with no exhaust? But I'm gonna get this guy back out on the MX track, see what it can do. I'm sorry, not on the MX track. The MX track is absolutely washed. We had a week of nothing but extremely heavy rain and thunderstorms, so all the faces on the jumps are washed down, and all the landings have these nasty grooves inside of them. So probably not gonna get much, if any, MX track footage, but I am gonna head to the drag strip, because what better place to take a KX500 than for a sand top speed run. I saw for much we're back in 1991, right? Just on the East Coast, is that the place. So, we're gonna get geared up, we're gonna get the bike back on track, and guys, just a little interjection here. You know, we're on the drag strip, we're riding the bike, we're feeling pretty good. Bike seems to be running really good. Obviously the tires are absolutely cooked on this thing. You can see just how much it's spinning and how bad the conditions are. Just absolute slop and mud here. But I think later on in the video I called this thing an XP. It was an XP Turbo Polaris. But you see it just absolutely like freaking stabbed my eyes and made like I didn't stand a chance. I don't think even if I had a good tire, unless I had like a paddle tire on this thing, that I would have stood a chance. You see, he just gets the jump, and this dude just cruising with like freaking proudly heated and cooled seats and AC and just ripping, dude. So when I turned around, I definitely gave him a thumbs up. The Mighty 500 isn't almighty, let's just say that. But overall, the bike was seriously feeling good. If you guys have stuck around this long for the video, I do appreciate it. Don't forget to go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Really looking forward to see if we can get up to 100 subscribers by the end of the month. Possibility, maybe not. But liking and subscribing to these videos really does help grow the channel. I know everyone says that, but for us smaller channels, we're only getting a couple hundred views. You know, it's the difference between the algorithm saying, you know, I'll recommend this to 100 more people, or I'll literally just put this video in the abyss. So again, appreciate it, guys.
Oh man, holy death is stuff, dude.
And that is one for the books. We're loading up here, fueling up, loading up, getting ready to head back home. I mean, the bike just did fantastic, man. Everybody really seemed to enjoy it. Obviously, I'm gonna have some closure notes here in a couple of minutes once we finish up the drive here. Camera almost flung off. The suction cups came loose, so I had to adjust that before our camera took a tumble. But yeah, I mean, it was a nice drive. I hate having to go by myself, but everyone's always so busy, and whenever I jump up and do these things impromptu, I can't really blame them for not going with me. But it really does make for a nice drive, just, you know, top down in the car, cruising, you know, freaking just got a sweet ride in. A lot of people heading down the road were giving me thumbs up. Some dude in a really sweet, like, track style C6 Corvette, he pulled up beside me and he was, you know, taking videos of the bike and pictures and thumbs up, and it was a good time. So made it home, got the bike unloaded, and pretty much just crashed out after that. Well, my crash out's a different meaning these days than it does when I was younger. I crashed in the bed and went to sleep, so I was definitely pooped after this ride. But again, between the scenery and the bike ride, it was just, you know, 100% worth it, dreamlike even. So we're gonna get back in the video and go and get this thing concluded. Alrighty, we made it back. Bike is obviously covered in mud, so I'm going to clean this thing up before putting it back in storage. Let's just say, wow. The camera died midway through, naturally, but it was absolutely crazy just how well this bike did considering the condition it was in just a month ago. Some gentleman at UTV actually stopped me and asked me if the bike was for sale. We exchanged numbers. He said as soon as you want to sell this bike, call, etc., etc. To be expected. 500s, they're not building them anymore. You know, it's not like you're finding them at your local dealer. So yeah, it's getting pretty hard to find these things. Everyone's trying to get their hands on one. I did really good at drag strip. I did get my crap pushed in by 1000 XP. I think I have the video footage of that. But man, dude, this thing rips. I'm interested to see what was the top speed that we were able to achieve on a drag strip, because I had trouble getting into fifth. You guys saw the short of the glitter that came out of the transmission when I drained that. It's some miracle it even shifts at all, so I'm not too upset with it. But under load, shifting into fifth was a bit troublesome. It's almost like you had to give it a second for the engine to slow down, then it will click into fifth. By that time, you know, you're already running, I'm guessing, probably 45, 50 miles an hour, and you're at the end of the drag strip. Since, you know, half the drag strip was covered in mud and we had to start pretty much midway. Really, I want to get it out in an area where we can just wind this thing out and get to that coveted 90, 100 miles per hour top speed that everyone keeps on talking about. I think, personally, you're going to see about 90 miles per hour out of it. I don't think this thing's going to touch 100 in its trim currently. I haven't put the reeds in it yet, but FMF gnarly pipe into a pro circuit factory style silencer, and that's it. A Cometic head gasket that I believe is a hair thinner, just a hair's breadth thinner than the OEM, which I have an OEM head gasket just in case the compressor's too high. That's it. Hasn't been any porting, no modifications to the power valves, anything. I did buy a bit better coil for it that I haven't installed yet, but we're going to compare and see if we can do a review video of that coil to see if it actually does offer easier starting and better throttle response like advertised. The chassis, subpar. The suspension, bad. I'm going to go ahead and say it. The suspension's just not good. Two-stage front suspension. The rear suspension feels a step above wood suspension. Enduro bike, not quite Zuki DR levels of soft, but definitely nowhere near 2003, 2004 suspension that we were finding on dirt bikes and even that is considered bad to some people nowadays. So you can imagine what riding this thing feels like. The geometry feels really good. Head shake, it happens, especially in sand. This bike eats it up. Nothing gets translated to the rear. The bike feels like it's split in half. The front does what it has to do, the rear does what it has to do, but neither one of them combine their issues to fling you into orbit. So when the front starts shaking, the back stays planted. When the back steps out, the front stays planted. And I really do like that confidence I feel in the bike. However, that engine overpowers all of that. This thing is so strong. And it really doesn't tolerate lugging very well. Again, maybe my jetting. But, and Kawasaki did a fantastic job on this thing. Bugs are eating me alive, so I'm gonna go ahead and get this thing washed up, clean the boots, clean the gear, clean the bike, and yeah, we'll get this thing parked. I don't really think we need to close out anymore. That was pretty much everything I wanted to say. I was gonna kind of lengthen out the video, but I talk too much, get me rolling, you can't stop me. So that's pretty much it, guys. I'll give a more overview of the bike, a better review of the bike at another time, but this was more kind of a first impressions, impromptu type deal. I wasn't even planning on going riding today, and now look at me, freaking covered in dirt, car's dirty, and bike is, well, you see the bike. So, this has been the Fleet 22. Appreciate you watching if you have watched this long. Just hit 50 subscribers, so appreciate that, guys. That is small milestone, but still a milestone. Definitely would love to see that number grow, but I'm not doing it for the subscriber count. I'm not doing this for the view count. Kind of need to document these machines more. I've noticed that I'm selling a lot more machines than I really anticipated, and some of these machines that you guys never even seen, like the 240SX, didn't get much content on that, and I haven't uploaded any content to the channel, and that vehicle's been gone for months now. So I do really feel kind of bad for that. So it's like, okay, if we're going to be selling vehicles and we're going to be getting bought out, we at least got to get some content on the channel. So at least we got an overview of this machine. No crashes today. Bike didn't blow up even though it ran away like it wanted to. And the Mustang made it. We didn't blow up the Mustang towing, you know, freaking 2.5 hours. Not half bad. That's a good day. Alright, again, sorry, rambling. This has been the Fleet 22. Appreciate you guys subscribing, liking, and watching the video. Catch you in the next one. And as I fade away into motorcycle washing land, my neighbor appears, starts chatting me up about the bike, and obviously we get the bike nice and cleaned up and ready for storage. Literally cleaned the crap out of this bike, so this thing was perfectly clean when we put it back up, as it waits now. We'll get it back out soon, and we'll get some more video footage on it. Guys, I definitely appreciate you watching this long. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Genuinely do appreciate it. And we'll catch you in the next one. The Fleet out.